get ready for the pressure, man. It's hard. You want to do this full time, mate, you've got to literally, you've got to put your skeleton into it, bro. There's going to be nothing left of you. But you've just got to get through that pressure. Because it's hard. It's like coming up with a #1 single every week. To stay relevant, you've got to be on the ball, on the trend. You've got to be collabing. You've got to be at events. You've got to be making money through brands so you can do it full time. Like,
Yeah.
You've got to get a good management team. It's a hard game, man.
Right, guys, welcome to a Rave Guide podcast. I'm here and I'm joined with Arron Crascall, who first rose to fame in Facebook for his fine content in 2014, also appearing in his own comedy series through the BBC. How you doing, man?
I'm really good, bro.
Good, did you enjoy your set?
I'm hot. I'm
Yeah,
hot,
yeah.
man. Yeah, I'm hot. Yeah, I went in. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
really, really
100%.
good, man. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so as we know from your genre of that, it was drum and bass. I just want to take it back to the start. Like, how did you first get into it? Where'd you find your love for it?
Mate, 1996.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 1996. I was in my cousin's car. There was a tape cassette playing. And it was all these weird little sounds. I was like, what the hell is this? I remember saying it. I remember being in the car saying, what is this? And he was like, oh, it's a guy called DJ Hype. And it was Helter Skelter.
Oh, wow.
It was a Voyager tape pack, yeah. So it was, and he let me the tape pack to listen to, and that was it. I was hooked, man. Like walking to school, my headphones on, tape cassette, like listening to Hype, LSD, Jesus, man. And then I went into like a bit of hardcore as well. Like got like all the happy hardcore, Seduction, Slipmat, and all their boys. And then that was it, man. And my love was there. Like that was it.
Yeah. So who would you say your inspiration was? Was it DJ Hype? It was Hype, yeah.
100%. I
Cool.
met him once. I
you
met him
met him
once,
as well?
man. Yeah, I
was
met
that?
him, brother. I was so scared.
Yeah.
He was playing Margate, and I bumped into him, and he was like, "Yeah, I've seen your videos." I was like, "You're joking me!" Like, I've met all these stars all over the world, all these massive celebrities, and I get starstruck when I see the legends of D&B. Do you know what I mean? I've still not met GQ yet, but that's one of my. I've spoke to GQ a few times, but I've never met him, man. So.
Well, one day I'm pretty sure it happened.
Yeah,
Never know.
I want to get one a set.
Oh wow, that would be.
I'll be trembling, man. I'll be trembling.
For real. So how did you start getting all your opportunities to like play at events and stuff?
Mate, so I Christ, this is when I was at school, man. So we used to skive school, go around my mate's house to like learn how to mix on 1210s. I saved up. I had like 2 jobs. I saved up to get my first set of decks. I had a little Technics mixer, two 1210s in my bedroom, and just learned how to play. Just fell in love even more with jungle drum and bass, and then started going on from there. We started playing little pirate radio stations, all the local pubs. Got a little name for myself as DJ Influence.
Okay.
Oh, bro. But at the time, there's another geezer called Bad Influence on the scene, and it was a kind of like I ditched that name and kind of ditched what I was doing. I was playing. I was playing so much every weekend. I was working in record shops. We were selling tickets outside of raves to try and play room free. Like it was a proper hustle back then. Do you know what I mean? Because I wasn't producing.
Yeah.
So the only way you could get anywhere was kind of like hustle to get a set. And that was it until 2005, and I left it all behind. Completely left it in 2005.
Oh wow. So what was it like working in a radio shop? What radio shop was it?
It was called Essential Plastic in Dover.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolute good times. I was in charge of the drum and bass section. Used to get all the promos and test presses sent from like SRD and places like that. And it was the times of like when the tape packs were going, and it was CD packs as well. Yeah, proper old school. I've gone from like it's been in my veins and in my blood since I was 16, since I was 14 years old, and now I'm 42 sitting here. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I've been playing for a while, but obviously, when you said about getting opportunities and that, it was only when I started getting big online through doing what I do, like comedy sketches and comedy stuff and TV bits and all that, that I started getting opportunities. Like it was lockdown for me when I started doing sets in lockdown. I got a set of CDJs. Because I went around my friend's house once. I was like, "Oh mate, look at you on CDJs. Like you should be on vinyl." Like I had that kind of like mentality.
Yeah. And
he was like, "Have a go, bruv." Like, but in half an hour, I was like double dropping, and I was like, "Oh
wow!"
God, like, so I had to like learn the scene again, and like all the new DJs and all the new music coming through, because the music had changed a lot. Do you know what I mean? Like I stopped playing in 2005, so the music had changed a lot. and that was it. I got a set of CDJs for myself and started practicing, started doing a lot of lockdown mixes, live streams. And then coming out of lockdown, that's when I started getting opportunities for like Fantasy and Shabba and a few people like that. Play my birthday, play this, play that. And I started going by the name of A+.
Yeah.
And when I was turning up at raves and like obviously smashing, and that people are like, you're the geezer off the internet. Like, what are you doing playing?
Yeah.
And that's how I started getting my name through the scene again. Like, with my face.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And what I do online. But then I started getting a lot of hate as well. Saying, oh, you're only getting sets because you got millions online. And I'm like, hold on a minute. Like, you have no idea the background I've got with this music. Do you know what I mean? And that's,
Yeah, I mean, you've been doing it a while, like you said, so
man,
you can't say much, can they?
Too many years, man.
So what point, like, throughout that, were you like, oh, wait, I can do this as a career, like DJing, saying I can just continue and just keep learning more from it?
Mate, when I started getting more bookings, that was it. And then I started getting I started getting mucked around quite a lot as well, because a lot of people will put my name on the flyer as Arron Crascall and not taking it seriously as like A+, or because when I turn up at a rave, I'm not doing like a PA where it's like I'm not just playing. I fully go in as like an artist. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I'm playing properly. I don't play any commercial stuff. I go in fully. Do you know what I mean? It's not like I'm doing like a party set, as in Arron Crascall's here to do a DJ set. Like, I actually go there with the mentality of I'm going to smash the rave to pieces.
Yeah,
and that's kind of how I've kind of stuck with it. Do you know what I mean? And I started getting into producing now.
How's that going?
Mate, wicked, man.
Yeah, hard though.
It's very, very hard. It's very hard. I learned Ableton. I've been learning Ableton. I'm still learning now, but like it's so hard. But I just literally sat down for 8 months solid every day learning.
Is that just learning by yourself, or you got
learning
help
by myself?
yourself?
I've done some lessons with Infrared as well. Brad's mate, what a guy he is, man. He's such a good guy. But he taught me a hell of a lot. And I've got my first release coming out next week, man.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Anything more to tell us about that?
It's called Unbelief. I've just played it. I've just played it in the set. It's called Unbelief. So Maggie hit me up and he was like, "Look, we love this tune. Like, is there any chance we could have it?" I was like, "Absolutely." Like, so it's going to go on Sweet Tooth. That gets released next Thursday, man. And it's massive for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, absolutely massive, and it's all I ever wanted, man.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, keep your eyes out for that.
Yeah.
You're probably going to do numbers. Do you know what I mean?
I hope so, man. I hope people like it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've sent it out to a lot of dons and they're all playing it, and it seems to be going down well at the raves. So,
well, there you go then. So,
yeah.
So obviously we were talking about content creation. Obviously, doing a lot of skits and stuff in your Instagram. Like, what made you get into it? Like,
oh man, so like you said, I started on Snapchat, 2013, and then there was a new app called Vine. So I went on to Vine and then started getting massive on Vine, and in one of the British influencers doing Vine comedy sketches and stuff. Then Vine started to die and I could see it dying. So I made a Facebook page, started putting all the compilations on Facebook. Then they started going mental. So my Facebook numbers started taking over my Vine numbers. Vine was dead. Vine went and got deleted. And then, Facebook started blowing up. My Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And then that was it. Like, I've just become a kind of like household name with what I do, I suppose.
Would you say there's like one video where like it just did absolute numbers and that just
it was more
to do more?
Yeah, so I started like a little series called Awkward Headphones, where I'm like, the music's playing, I'm like singing, and then it cuts to the side, and I'm doing my version, like, and it was a Mariah Carey video, like a fucking screaming video back in the day, and it was like 2014. I think it got like 75 million views.
Wow!
And that's what kicked me off. I think. Then I started doing a thing called See You Later, where I was like, "See you later," and flicking my glasses down. That's what started blowing up as well. But yeah, man, it's been like hundreds of thousands, viral once a week, I suppose.
So how many videos would you say you have to make a week to like keep having that impact?
What, to start?
Yeah.
Consistency is key, man. So you're talking, if I wanted to start now fresh, you'd have to upload once a day.
Yeah.
100%. You'd have to. There's too many people doing it now, man.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
It's you got to find the niche. Like, you can't just come in and do what you got to do. Like, you've got to find something, because it's been done over the years. So many people have done it over the years. Like, you've got to find a niche now to stand out.
Yeah.
Where I've kind of done all that. Do you know what I mean? So like, I've kind of, like I said, like, I'm kind of like concreted into the business now, where people know my face already. People know my content, and that's how I've been doing this 11, nearly 12 years.
As you're saying, consistency is key. Would you say that's your main piece of advice with someone wanting to get into that?
Yeah, and get ready for the pressure, man, because it's hard.
Mm.
You want to do this full time, mate. You've got to literally, you've got to put your skeleton into it, bruv. Like there's going to be nothing left of you, but you've just got to get through that pressure, because it's hard. It's like coming up with a #1 single every week. Being a musician, like, to stay relevant, you've got to be on the ball, on the trend. You've got to be collabing. You've got to be at events. You've got to be making money through brands so you can do it full time. Like, you got to get a good management team. Yeah, it's hard. It's a hard game, man.
So obviously, on the theory of content creation, like, is that something you started first, or was it DJing first?
DJing.
It was DJing.
Yeah,
first,
man. Yeah. I was DJing from '98.
98.
So yeah, 1998, and then obviously, like I said, I put it down in 2005 because I weren't getting nowhere with it. Like, it was costing me money to travel around the UK, like, to play, and I just had enough. It's my fault because I wasn't producing at the time. I should have been producing and getting tracks out there, and maybe I could have made a bigger career out of it. But yeah, now I kind of have the means to do that.
Yeah.
It's good. It's really good, and I really enjoy it, man. I could play to one person or 2,000 people. It's the same vibe. Do you know what I mean? When I turn up somewhere, I'm gonna play my heart out. Do you know what I mean? And that's kind of what I want to do, man. So I'm on my first. I've made 4 tunes now, which is all in my sets and stuff, and I'm hoping to do some bits with them as well, and get some other collabs going with other DJs as well. I've got a few in line what I want to approach, but we'll see, man.
See what happens.
Yeah.
So going back onto Instagram, what would you say has been your funniest video you've made so far? I mean,
on Instagram.
Yeah. My favourite is the France video you've got pinned. I think it's hilarious.
I'm in France. Yeah, I'm in Paris. That's the one. Yeah. Oh man, yeah.
What's your personal favourite?
My personal favourite.
It's got to be hard because you've made a lot. But
my personal favourite video. It might be the one from what we did last month, to be fair. Like, me, Jeremy Lynch, Axel Blake and Oliver got together. We'd come together as like a powerhouse of like creators. We started speaking. We were like, look, I'm doing well, you're doing well, you've got your niche, I've got my niche, I do this, I do. So let's all come together and make some sketches, and we started doing that. And they've gone off like global, and we're meeting up on December the 3rd again. But we made a sketch of I'm walking down the road and I see my ex.
Yeah, I've seen that.
See that one? Yep. That's probably one of my favourites, man, because we put a lot behind that. And I want it to come across a bit different in my video. I want it to start acting a bit more in my videos.
Yeah.
Because it's something I've always wanted to do, acting. Yeah, and it come off really well, and I'm really proud of that piece. Like, really proud of that sketch.
What was it like meeting Jeremy Lynch? I mean, I've been watching him since I was a kid through FT.
Oh, really? Yeah, he's a legend, bruv. Yeah, he's just a normal guy, man. Like, he's a very clever person. I'm gonna fill up my water. Sorry, bruv.
That's all right.
He's a very, very clever person, man. Like, his work ratio is incredible. Like, his work amount, the way he edits, the way he thinks, the way he comes across. He's so humble. He's a family man like myself. Like, he's just a all-round amazing guy. Like,
yeah. So obviously you also indulge in art, if I'm right.
I do.
Through your Instagram, you have your own Instagram page. Can you tell me more about that? Like, what art pieces you do and everything?
When I left school at 16, I went straight to art school.
Oh, okay.
Went to art college and art school. Done a uni course as well, and then I again, same with a DJ, and put the paintbrushes down because couldn't get no work. I was in and out of uni, obviously didn't really care about what I was doing. I was just a young kid, and then I started painting again. Started getting the bottle to put them online. And then I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to get a studio because it's another love of mine. Like, and being an artist, like, is something I always wanted to do since I was like 15. So it's like, and now I paint, kind of like, I do my videos, I DJ and paint, kind of do all three at the same ratio, kind of same time. I spend the same time on each subject. And it seems to be doing really well. I've got my 3rd show coming up. I've had 2 sellout shows so far with the art. And it's an absolute passion of mine, which I'm going to continue because I just love it, man.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, having the followers as well, I bet that helps as well.
It's good. Yeah,
your art out there as well.
It's good, but it's good. Like, again, I've not got a DJ page.
Yeah.
Because I only made an art page because I wanted to do something separate to what I do.
Yeah.
So I've kind of grown that art page organically. I've never pushed it out massively. Look at me, I'm doing paintings. I just wanted to grow it nice and really slow. And even if there's 4 people or 40,000 people, they're all gonna share the love.
Yeah, you want to see people who have the similar interest, don't you?
Yes.
Not just people just following because it's you.
Yes, of course, mate. Absolutely, bruv. Oh, absolutely. It's the way forward, man. I hate putting my name on things, man, because it's like I'm trying to sell stuff. I don't do that. Yeah. Like, I just want my talent to show through.
No, that's really good. I like that a lot.
Thank you.
That's right. So going back onto the DJ topic, new releases coming out.
Yeah.
Unbelief.
Unbelief, man.
Anything you want to tell me a bit more about that? Like,
oh man,
how long did it take for you to make that tune?
Oh geez, 4 months.
Oh, okay, wow.
4 months. Got it down to like the last couple of weeks, and then I give it to Brad. I was like, look, Brad, Infrared. I was like, please do a mix down on this, like, because it's still hard, like to try and finish a tune.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's really, really hard. So I spoke to Brad. I was like, look, Brad, can you help me out with this? I really want to get this finished. And he's like, oh, maybe put that there. Maybe like, and I was like, oh yeah, it sounds really good actually. Oh no, we're going to take that back out and I'll do it this way. And it come together like that. And then he gave me a really good mix down, made it really crisp, and that was it.
And that was it?
Yeah, man. But I've made a couple of tunes now, like Lecky Bill is coming. People are really liking that style.
Was that Lecky Bill?
It's called Lecky Bill, yeah. Okay. So I've done Angel Piss.
Got some really
man, yeah. Well, with the Lecky Bill and the Unbelief, I want to go with like a kind of council estate kind of vibe.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I grew up, obviously I grew up in Dover, and we come from a background with nothing. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's kind of how I wanted to put myself out there. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was actually a struggle, like when we were kids and stuff. And with the Unbelief, it's what I smoke as well. So it's like,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I just
best bit of backy about.
Unbelief, yeah. I'm gonna go for it. Unbelief, yeah. And it was kind of like, I grew up with like, obviously listening to Twisted Individual as well, and he had some mad names for tunes like Rusty Sheriff's Badge and like Bandwagon Blues and all that sort of stuff. Like, so I've kind of gone on the same, like, I want to kind of bring out a council estate vibe. That's what I keep thinking.
Yeah.
It's so strange, man.
I mean, you're on the right path.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So obviously, on the topic of DJing still, you've done some sets with Logan D. How did it all come about? How did you first meet Logan?
Love Danny, man. He's an absolute star, bruv. Like, he's helped me out so much in the scene. He sends me bits all the time. Like, he's given me every opportunity. I play it. I'm playing next Saturday at E1 for his 25th anniversary.
Oh, I love E1.
Yeah, great serious venue. Man, serious venue. Yeah. I played Arron Crascall the other week at LDN. Like, so many dons of the scene I'm really good friends with Boo, like Amplify. I'm not really good friends, but Slips, man, he makes me laugh. Like,
oh yeah,
he's funny. Each other, and he's so funny. Every time I meet the boys, they're so lovely. Like New Elements, Azza Grima. There's so many. Nick the Lot. There's so many people. Even all the young lads coming from like Aflo and JB and all these boys like that. Such talented young kids, like, and they're smashing scenes like Captain Bass. There's loads. There's just so many nice people. Even like dons of the like, I speak to Shy FX and like Dillinger, and it's just such a community, man. Like, drum and bass for me is just community.
Best community about.
Oh, mate, like
comparing like DB community to like say house community. It's so different. It's so much better.
Oh,
like, everyone looks after each other.
Absolutely.
That's the best thing about them type of raves, I'd say. It's so good. So obviously looking back at your career now, would there be anything you did different? Obviously you mentioned the producing earlier, saying you wish you started that sooner.
Oh, mate, 100%.
Would that be it?
The producing, 100%. I wish I'd have produced back in the day. That's one of my biggest regrets, man. But I never had the equipment. I never had the money. Like, I never had the know-how. Like, I just didn't have any of it. Like, I didn't really understand. I used to just love DJing, but there's only so far you can go in DJing without producing.
Yeah,
and that's what I've learned. That's what I've learned, and that's what I want to do now. Like, really, really get some collabs together with other DJs as well. That's my main game. I want to make a tune with Original Sin, Amplify. I'd love to make a tune with Boo.
Just some small names there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but like, not even name grabbing. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, there's loads of other ones like Kendrick. Like, I want to make a tune with him. even people like JB, like Aflo, man. Oh man, like Faux, like all these kids, man, Silves and that, like they're serious artists.
Yeah, they're very unique artists as well.
Yes.
What they're doing now compared to how, let's say, it was a year ago.
Yeah.
It's changes every year, John.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, definitely, mate. I don't know about all these fucking fake drops and screechy bits, but yeah, I like it, man. I do like it because it gives it an impact on the crowd.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'd love to just play a set of rollers, man, but like, what are you supposed to do, man? You've got to go with the times. But again, some of these tunes are just ridiculous. Like to play out and to see the impact they have on the crowd and that. Like, yeah, it's such a buzz, man.
Yeah, I bet.
Such a buzz, bro.
What's one tip you'd give to someone who's just got their first decks and they want to start out?
Be unique. It's the only way you can do it now. Get a niche. Be different. And again, with the producing, like you've got to produce now, innit? I see all these TikTok DJs and stuff like on controllers and like, look, I'm not bashing them, mate, because they sound sick. Do you know what I mean? But look, if you're going to get put up in a rave with, or even take it back to the point where it's like, look, if you turn up at a rave and there's just 2 CDJs there with no laptop, no control, like, what are you going to do? You've got to learn like the old school way. Mate, I learned on 1210s. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I'm not that guy going to go, you should start on 1210s because you can't, man. Like they're vintage pieces now, bro. You know what I mean? Like I think a 1210 costs like £1,000 now, £1,500 just for one. And then you've got to get the vinyl on top. Nowhere has 1210s really, unless it's a specified night. I think take it back, man. Learn the music. Do you know what I mean? Like learn the genre and go back to the roots of where it first started and listen to the packs and listen to MCMC at Helter Skelter and Stevie Iper and Darren J and Kenny and all their boys. Like listen, go back and listen to what you were playing and where it first started and get the love for it. Do you know what I mean? That's what I don't know, man. I'm just rambling, bruv.
So you've also played at some decent venues. Have you got like a favourite so far?
Rampage was serious, man.
Wow.
Played the Invaders stage at Rampage, man, and that was just
what are the ravers like? Were they
insane, bruv? Yeah, me and Skywalker. It was a silly. I couldn't believe where I was. Like I'm playing. Shabba's birthday was disgusting. Like that was at Electric. That was really, really good. I played Harry Shotter's birthday. Brighton Boundary as well. That was mad. Like looking out, I couldn't even see the back of the crowd. It was that big.
Jesus,
I had Ragged Twins. I was playing on the back of a taxi, like a black cab. Bro, that was a serious experience, man.
Oh, wow.
But even some of the small gigs, like, mate, when we used to put on parties like in a Cherry Tree pub in Dover back in the day, like people used to queue up outside a pub to get in. Like we used to put on these little events, and that's where I really found the love. Do you know what I mean? Set of 1210s again, getting the test press or getting the promos through. Mate, I used to work in a record shop, get the promos on the Saturday morning, play them on the Saturday night, and sell them on the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Like I used to play them on my set like that. It was a little hustle back then. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that some of the smaller venues I've played, man.
I think the smaller venues are good. They're more intimate with it. DJ and everything. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Warehouse vibes as well.
Yeah,
like I think they do much more. I think
absolutely,
especially in smaller venues. I mean, we've got I think it's Motion. I think they're closing as well.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
like venues like that, like they need to stay open. I'd say because they do a lot for the scene.
Of course they do, bruv. Yeah.
So obviously we talk about Rampage. What's the one thing which you love about the raves you perform at?
A lot of people don't know I do this. Do you know what I mean? And when I do turn up and play, they're like, what are you doing here? Like, I'm like, A+, I'm playing in a minute on like main stage. They're like, what? Like, I'm going to be there for your set. Like, they get gassed knowing I'm going to play. And obviously networking, speaking to the people I speak to online and that, like bumping into the lads. And, do you know what I mean? Some of the people I bump into, man, I'm like, oh man, I'm a massive fan of them. Like, I'm a massive, massive fan of them. Like, and that's networking as well. That's such a buzz, mate.
Yeah.
Such a buzz, man.
Yeah, I bet. So as we're coming to the end of the podcast, I've just got 2 more questions I'll ask you. Of course, no day is really a day off, really. But what do you do in just a normal day for Arron Crascall?
See my kids, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, see my kids and my wife, man. Spend some time at home. It's precious. It's precious, man. Like the amount of, like what I've done for the last 10 years, man. We've been on 2 family holidays in 10 years. Like I've been that busy, do you know what I mean? And now I take, like when I hit 41, I was like, look, man, I had to make some big changes in my life. Like, got sober. Obviously, everyone knows I've got sober now, and I know we didn't touch on that here, but I didn't really want to talk about it much. Do you know what I mean? Because like, it's like it'll get too deep, and I don't want it to be like that. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to save it for other things. Do you know what I mean? I'm still learning in my sobriety journey and stuff. Like I'm still learning. I'm a year in now, and when I got sober and realised that the most important thing isn't money and fame and all that bullshit. It's my beautiful children and my wife at home and my dog. Yeah. That's all I care about. So deep down, that's all I care about. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And now I get time to spend with them. Mate, it's amazing.
Yeah. Well, absolutely. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So, I mean,
thank you, brother.
It's really good.
Thank you.
So obviously, last question now. I just want to get your opinions on the studio and who you want to see.
Oh, here.
Yeah, here.
Oh, this was sick. Like your setup sick. It's so crisp. I cannot wait. I think the man's on the go. I can't wait to hear my set in the car on the way home. Like because I'm not even joking. Like I come away from then thinking, I just smashed that.
You did.
There was no clap. I just smashed the fuck out of that. Like that's what I felt like. Mate, the studio's sick, man. You guys are sick. Like it's a very peaceful environment. The drive isn't too bad to get here either. Who I'd like to see on here?
Yeah.
What, anyone?
Yeah. You can name a few people if you like.
MC as well or not?
MC as well, yeah. We've got our first MC coming down in December. That's Ouija Man.
Oh, mate.
Quite a big one. Oh, mate. Cannot wait to hear that part.
Mate, we get on so well as well, bro. He's such a don. I love that guy.
Yeah,
I've never seen him, mate. He's on par with like X-Man, how he controls a crowd. Like all these lads, like, mate, evil and that as well. Like, I could go into this all day long. Like, for me personally, like one of my favorite MCs in the world is Foxy. Foxy, man. Like, I've seen him before, mate. He's raggo, bruv.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that guy, man. I tense up when I see him because he might grab me or something. Like, he's an absolute don. Like, who would I love you to get down here?
Yeah, so not the MC. What DJ would you want to see down there?
I'd love to see either Mampy Swift.
It's a hard one.
Yeah, it's hard, man, because I'm thinking new and old, but it's what I would want to see, yeah?
Yeah, you personally.
Mampy and IC3.
And IC3?
Yeah.
Oh, mate, he's such a nice bloke.
Oh,
I've met him so many times.
He's a don, bruv.
Yeah, I feel
like Mampy and IC.
Episode.
Mampy and IC.
All right, well, let's see if we can get that booked one day. See what happens.
Yeah, please, man. Please, I'll come down and watch.
There you go. Well, thank you for coming down. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for the opportunity. It's a mad opportunity.
That's all good. More than welcome. Happy you come down. And we'll see you guys on the next episode. Thanks for tuning in.